What's going on, you German wombats? Today I'm going to be talking about Black Ops 3 and everything that the trailer entails. Some wall running shit, basically some honest opinions about Black Ops 3, at least my opinions. And everything that's going to be coming up in the future and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video, and here we go. So first thing is first, guys, the whole setting is the futuristic, it looks like AW, looks like AW mixed with Black Ops 2. It's still in the future, and to me this whole setting argument, a lot of people talked about how they want to see modern day Call of Duty 4, MW2, stuff like that, or maybe even World War II stuff. And to me, I really don't care about the setting as a competitive player. To me, it's Call of Duty, so it's gonna play the same. It just doesn't matter as much to me. But with that being said, I am getting a little bit tired of the futuristic setting. It's just a setting it's like cool the first time you see it. It's like a movie, right? It's cool the first time you see it, but then after you see it over and over and over and over and over, like it doesn't seem that cool anymore. And it's like watching. What's it called? It's like watching Thor. The first time you saw the city, the planet, wherever the fuck they live, that they live on like a motherfucking cloud in the middle of the universe. It was so cool, right? And then in the second movie, you saw it again, and it's like, I've seen this before. Nothing's new. The fucking Rainbow Bridge, the palace or whatever with the goddamn like gold tubes. It's cool, but after seeing it like a second time, a third time, it's not that cool anymore. And to me, I use this to relate to Call of Duty, because it's like we've seen the futuristic stuff time and time again. I think out of the past, like 3 years? So Black Ops 3, or Black Ops 2, Ghost, AW, Black Ops 3 now. It's just kind of getting old, I guess you could say. I think that, Ghost isn't really in the future, but it kind of is as well. So, to me, they need to go back to modern day stuff. They need to make a game that is almost like Ghost, but good, I guess you could say. I mean, Ghost, in my opinion, the style of it was alright, but the whole premise behind it, the way the game played out, was not that good. But maybe I'm just talking out of my ass here, but to me the whole setting needs to go back. Like the next COD, I swear to God, if it's futuristic, people will not buy it. People will probably buy this one, but if the next COD is futuristic as well, they're not gonna fucking buy it, period. But yeah, so something else that was announced was the beta. The beta is coming out pretty soon here, I believe. I think it's, if you pre-order, you get the beta. So that's actually interesting. I think that the beta is actually going to make or break this game. If the beta is really good, or just good in general, people will buy this game. And if the beta is shit, then I honestly don't know what's going to happen, because I know for a fact the pub population is actually declining. Like, there's no way it's not declining. Like, the fact that the past two games have been somewhat average for the pub scene, I think AW is a great game as a competitive player, but I can't imagine not knowing how to claw and not having a scuff. So say like your average person who just plays Call of Duty maybe 2 hours, 3 hours a week. Imagine that person not knowing anything about scuff gaming, competitive gaming, like anything that will help him do better. Imagine that person not knowing about any of that and trying to play AW versus someone like me, or someone who just has a scuff in general. I can't imagine how difficult it must be for them and how frustrating it is for them. They'll see people like jumping around, flying, and just crapping all over them, and like they're probably thinking in their heads like, how do I do that? So they already like have a general like hate towards exos because of this reason alone. And then they hear that Black Ops 3 has exo, it's not going to be good for them. So they're already looking at it like fuck, like I'm about to get shit on again. I don't even know if I want to buy this game. It's kind of a difficult situation, I guess you could say. It's just because of the whole EXO, whole AW thing. I think, you know, AW is a great game, but it has a lot of like game breaking situations, I guess you could say. Like, so for S&D, I know we talked about on stream, S&D, the bomb sites are not in the right location. But either way, I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 bomb sites in the whole entire competitive map set that make sense and that are like defendable. There's so many fucking bomb sites that you cannot possibly defend with like 1 person or 2 people. And to me, that's a huge fucking mistake, because then you get search and destroy. That's like 4 people go this way, 4 people go this way. It ends up to a fucking around the world situation. Like, no one wants to see that. It's just random. It just doesn't make sense. Like the old Call of Duties, you could send 1 guy to 1 bomb site. He could pop a fucking 4-piece. He could kill their whole team by himself. In AW, this is impossible. It's just not gonna happen. If it does happen, it'll happen 1 out of every 100 times. So in my opinion, the bomb sites need to be way better. Like, they just need to be set up right. But anyways, what I was talking about, the game breaking stuff, that's a game breaking thing for S&D. For everything else in general, we're talking about Hardwired here. Hardwired is a counter to stuns, basically. It's not even the full counter to stuns. The full counter stuns, you have to use Hardwired and Flak Jacket, which means you have no stuns, no tacticals to use. And but the main thing is, to me, this is the stupidest fucking idea. Why would you have 2 must-use perks in slot 3 and like Hardwired? It should be in fucking slot 1 or slot 2. Not so you basically have to sacrifice. Do I want to see them? Do they want to see me on the fucking mini map, or like to counter stuns, or do I not want to be seen, and then when they do fucking stun me, I'm dead? Treyarch is not going to make these kind of mistakes. Treyarch is not a company that, like, they're experienced. They know what the fuck they're doing. So they're not going to make mistakes like these with Black Ops 3. So I'm not really worried about things like that. I'm honestly just worried about like things like the hook. If people buy the game, I guarantee you they will like it, but I'm more concerned about people actually buying the game first. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked the video. I know I didn't really talk much. I mean, I sort of talked about Black Ops 3, but I was more talking about like the mistakes that were made in the previous CODs and what I want to see in Black Ops 3. Maybe you guys disagree or agree with some of the comments, the things that I've said, so go ahead and leave your description, your opinions in the comment section below. But other than that, guys, have a nice day, and like, thumbs up, and subscribe.